when you come prepared. It's just... All right, then. Let's do this. Update for the week of this. What is this week? Ended on the 10th. I delivered on the 11th of March. Actually, no, let's start with the last week because I didn't give you an update on that because I was on my home time. And being on my home time, it's kind of a goofy week for miles, but there were still miles there. And there is still a part of it that I want to mention because of the company I work for that I thought was a really cool thing. So let's look at it. All right, so for the week that I came home, basically I had a pickup load, a rescue load, going from where was it? Warren, Michigan, down to Arlington, Texas was the original load, and I picked up another one about 3/4 of the way on down. So that paid me a little bit of extra money, not much more, basically just another drop because I only went another maybe 15 miles out of my way for it. But, you know, it was still some decent money. I don't have a lot of the details on here. I was in a rush to go home. I wanted to see my buddy. So I don't have a lot of details, but it was a good deal. It was a good gig. Got me from Michigan about 1,200 more miles towards home. So that kind of saved the week. And then from there, I grabbed a deadhead. Is that right? Yeah, I grabbed deadheaded the rest of the way home and got paid 868 miles of go home time, or basically fuel surcharge. It's not a lot, but it pays maybe half of the fuel to go home. That doesn't seem that great, but you know, it's better than having to pay it all myself. And the best part is that if you don't have a strict time that you have to be home, and you don't want to be home way before that or after, then you're gonna typically, unless you live in like Warren, Michigan, or Detroit, or you know, someplace where there's always loads going to, you're never gonna get there on time. So you're gonna have to deadhead, and that's all by your choice. This isn't a game. This gig isn't about being able to get home anytime you want to, just on a whim, and have everybody pay your fees for it. So I was happy with it. I was kind of thrilled. Let's take a look at this week we're finishing up right now. This one started on the 6th of March. I came off of my home time on Tuesday, the same day that this picked up. No, this picked up on Wednesday. I came off on Tuesday. So about halfway through the day, this load came up for a pickup the following day in Nogales, which is a 70 mile deadhead, which for me is 20 paid miles. And then a total of 1,089 paid miles going to Laredo from Nogales. So that worked out great because that basically gave me another day with my wife. We were able to, you know, when she got off work, we were able to go out and have a few drinks and enjoy a nice, you know, little goodbye dinner and all that. So that worked out great. Basically, that was a good run to get out of Arizona. Arizona sucks. For me, in my history with getting out of Arizona, has never been good. There's only been one, maybe two times I've gotten out of the state right away. Usually it takes several days, or I have to deadhead out of there, typically to El Paso, and then have to sit in El Paso a little while. So kudos, Roadrunner. That was awesome. The next run, and the run that finished me out this week, I only had two runs. Mind you, I didn't pick up until Wednesday. And then this run, I picked up because it was coming out of El Paso the same day I dropped off. Well, it picked up the following day, but I got the load that day. Any of this makes sense? Anywho. This one picked up on the 8th and dropped on the 11th. It picked up in Laredo, and it went to Moline, Illinois. Great run. It was 1,486 paid miles, which included... no, it didn't include... There was no deadhead miles on that one, because it was only like 15 miles from where I was sitting. But again, that was a good rate. With the CPM, my rate's always the same, but you gotta remember CPM, or my fuel surcharge, not CPM. Why do I keep saying CPM? That's not it. My CPM stays the same, but then you add on the fuel surcharge. CPM is cents per mile, and then your fuel surcharge fluctuates by the government and the price of fuel. So worked out good. Got some good pay on that. Again, I'm not going to go over my exact pay. A lot of people do. That's cool. To each their own. I don't, because it's my pay. Fuck yeah. I do what I want. I do me. Mofo. Anyway, that was my week. Short and simple. 2 runs. What was that a total of? One. We got it right here. Nope, that's the same one. There we go. We had a total of 1,858 miles. No, we didn't. That was the previous week. This week, we ended with 2,575 miles. For coming off of home time, getting out of Arizona, and taking 2 runs back-to-back, I'll take it. I'll take that all day long. No worries there. If I'd had the whole week, I probably could have gotten another 1,000 miles on that. Easy. So, we'll see how this week rolls. I'm here in Moline, Illinois, just outside it, at the Flying J. Ran into Laredo Larry, him and his little pup, his little pooch. Got to shake hands with him. I think I'd met him before, but I don't know. We run into people out here a lot, and I've got a horrible memory, especially with names. But you can't forget Laredo Larry. He tried to charge me for some autographs. He had these like, have you ever seen those old tins from the 1800s? He had a picture of him in a corset, and it was all like the old faded, what do they call it, serpentine, and he had his name scratched on it. He tried to charge me $50 for the thing. I gave his dog a scratch, an actual dog. It didn't get too creepy. The picture is creepy enough. Larry's a good dude. You see him, say hi. Y'all, that's it. I will get back to you with another video no later than Friday. If something fun happens or I want to get goofy, I'll see you before then. Until then, make someone smile. And remember, it's just a lot of fun not to be mad. All right then. See ya.